All right, well, we'll get started. Welcome to the Birch Golf Classic Forum. I'm Flo Simon, your MC for today's forum, as well as the MC for the golf tournament, which, as you know, is September 17th. Usually we have it the Wednesday and Thursday after Labor Day, but because of the Seattle Seahawks season opener on Wednesday, we pushed it back a week.
Mhm.
So, we have a lot of Trailblazers and sponsors and teams who are involved with or support the Seattle Seahawks. I'm sorry, the champion Seattle Seahawks.
There you
Mhm.
go.
And
Right.
so
Darn
we
it.
wanted
Had they
to,
not won the championship, we wouldn't have been in this predicament. But okay. So here
right?
we are.
Right here we
No
are.
problems.
So we do what
Exactly.
we can to accommodate those we love.
Absolutely.
Anyway, it's good to see you all here, and a little bit about the golf classic. About 12 years ago, Sarah went to her coworker Jessie, her cohort there, and she said, "You know what? The Watcom Hospice Golf Tournament is ending, and we need to keep this thing going, but we need to turn it up a notch. And what can we do to change things and maybe enable those who are struggling on our streets and through addiction and recovery? What can we do to find different pathways for those folks?" And while we're at it, why don't we highlight organizations that are supporting us in this endeavor all through the Pacific Northwest and and who are also helping us not enable people but finding resources to help our struggling folks. But that wasn't enough. She had to find trailblazers
Mm.
who are committed to their communities and who do real strong work in their communities and who have ties here with the Pacific Northwest and bring them in as well. And so, Jesse, she didn't miss a beat. She was right on board. And so the Birch Golf Classic was born, and 12 years later, here we are. So, as many of you know, Birch Equipment underwrites 100% of the cost for the Golf Classic. Sarah's and Birch Equipment has designed and they've run the Birch Classic for those 12 years with the help of board members and many, many volunteers. We choose two recipient organizations, and those are organizations that are committed to our mission, and they are doing the heavy lifting in our community, and we want to reward them by giving them resources to continue to find pathways for our struggling folks. So you're going to hear from two of those organizations today. KeyWorks was selected for the amazing support that they provide. They're based out of Seattle, but they provide support all over the state of Washington for people to go through recovery, and they learn job skills. And KeyWorks' goal is to help them gain employment and acquire housing near that job so that they can stay employed and they can stay on their pathway to livelihood and stay in that recovery mode and just live a healthy life. Our other recipient is Whatcom Skagit Detox, and they were selected also to create a pilot program to connect people through recovery, uh, um, going through detox into recovery, and create a program that goes beyond just giving them bus passes once they get through the program, or giving them, money to go be somewhere, but hoping that they wouldn't return. So they created a pilot program that you're going to hear more about in the coming minutes here. But before we do all that, we'll get to some board introductions. Like I said, my name is Flo Simon. I'm retired law enforcement. I was 32 and a half years with the Bellingham Police Department. And when Sarah tapped me to join the Birch Golf Classic, it was a no-brainer for me. I've seen lots of people going through the cycle, and I'll talk to that a little bit more later. But I am happy to be here and happy to again MC the forum as well as the Golf Classic. Um, I'm going to introduce Jay. Is Jay Julius on?
I don't
No?
think so.
Okay, so Jay Julius is a business owner of SJ Seafoods at Roach Harbor and Friday Harbor. He's also a commercial fisherman and founder of another incredible nonprofit. Jake Locker, I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm sorry
No,
that.
there you are.
Hello, guys. Yeah, good to be here. Thank you for everybody who does so much to make this possibility every year. We're thankful to be involved. So,
All right. And as many of you know, Jay played for the Huskies, the University of Washington Huskies, as well as the Tennessee Titans, and he is co-owner of the locker room out in Ferndale. And we're happy to have Jake on our board. Jesse, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jesse Everson, and I work at Birch Equipment. 12 years ago, when Sarah approached me asking if I wanted to help her with this fundraiser and with this golf tournament, it was really a no-brainer to me. Like Sarah and like many others on the call, addiction has not gone past my family. Growing up, my sister was an addict who was supported with a lot of give outs. She was given food, she was given clothes, she was given money, but she wasn't helped with the heavy lifting and with the steps to detox and then the further steps to recovery and to job training and to be a sustainable member of the community. So I just really appreciate what Pioneer Human Services with Whatcom Skagit Detox is doing, and then also what KeyWorks is doing, because they really are doing the heavy lifting. And quite frankly, they're saving lives. So thank you for all that you do. And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Thanks, Jesse. Paul?
What am I supposed to talk about?
Yourself.
Just introduce yourself there, Paul.
I've just been passionate about this board. I was on the original when it was back at Lake Padden, way back when it was Whatcom Hospice Foundation Golf, and then when Sarah launched this to expand our generosity that we receive to other local organizations that are making a huge impact locally, I'm all in. So but yeah, I'm on the board for as long as you'll have me on it, and I'll do whatever needs to be done, and let's go. This is a fantastic group of people, fantastic organizations, and I'm very excited about it. So honored to still be a part of it. So thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Big Sam, the original Seahawks number 12.
Yeah. Where you at,
You
Sammy?
still, you're still on, Sam? May have lost him. He's dealing with Miss Daisy, I think. Like I said, he's a former Seahawk, um, and former owner of Hawks Contracting. He's a key part of pulling our Trailblazers together, and we're so happy to have him as part of the team.
And he has some good bourbon from time to
He
time.
does have some good bourbon from time to time.
True.
I wouldn't know about it, but I've heard about it.
Same. I heard about it from you, Flo. So hold on a second.
Excuse me. That's right. All right, Sarah.
I'm Sarah Rothenbuehler, owner of Birch Equipment and co-founder of the Golf Classic with Jesse and this amazing board, Paul Tweet, Jake Locker, first board members, Sam Atkins. It flow. We could not do it without this amazing board and also the incredible businesses that support this tournament, the really regional businesses that support this tournament. And we're here to support the Trailblazers, but the Trailblazers have also just been tremendous in support of this endeavor as well. So thanks everybody for being here. And this tape of this event, a lot of people that are not able to make it have really asked to have this recording sent on to them. And it really drives a lot of traffic to the Birch Golf Classic website and gets us rolling for the 2026 tournament. And we're really hoping to crack 400,000, earn over 400,000 this year.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool.
Are
And
those
Jesse,
new 3D glasses there, Sarah? Because I haven't seen you wear
Don't
those.
make fun of how thick my glasses need to be.
Is it weird seeing us all in 3D?
It's just nice seeing detail.
We also want to give a special shout out to Carol Garjul. She's our head of volunteers. She's not here today, but she pulls everybody together for day of.
So
And
awesome.
she's been around since the very beginning too, and obviously is with Whatcom Hospice as well. She also has a really important job, and she makes sure that we have good weather every year. So thank you, Carol, and thank you for all the volunteers as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks you guys for introducing yourselves. Now we're gonna shift gears and learn from our two recipients, KeyWorks and Whatcom Skagit Detox. And so first, I'd like to introduce CEO Joe Barrett from KeyWorks. Take it away, Joe.
Thank you, Flo. Joe Barrett here, CEO of KeyWorks. And I just want to say I have the best job in the world, and one of the happiest days of my year is getting a chance to speak with you folks. And then the second happiest day is chasing golf balls around the golf course at the event. Usually I see the whole course, not much of the fairway, but I love it anyhow. And when I say I have the best job in the world, we're in the business of helping provide life-saving recovery services to our patients. And it's incredibly fulfilling work. Um, and we're just so lucky that Sarah and team have kicked off an event like this and have sustained it and grown it and made it what it is after 12 years. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to them. Huge debt of gratitude to all the corporate people who were involved, the Trailblazers. It's just an incredible event, and it has made a really significant difference in our business over the last 3 years, being able to innovate and do things for our patients that we otherwise would not be able to do. So, we're in the business of transforming lives and communities with integrated substance use disorder treatment, work skills training, and job placement through a socially conscious enterprise, which includes nonprofit and for-profit pieces. The special sauce for us is the combination of long-term treatment and work skills. And those two together have shown to have a really positive effect on sustained recovery. And that's what we really care about, is seeing people 3 and 4 years out after they've graduated from our program, productively employed, safely housed, reunited with their community. And so we bring a long-term inpatient treatment program and work skills training that helps support reentry into independent living. We provide a lot of support through case management to help do coordination work. We have job developers who are now working with employers to help our program participants graduate with a job. And we're building out a state alumni network, making it easier for people to connect with support once they leave our program. People we serve are people that we all know. They're high-risk populations with chronic substance use. Sorry? People with chronic substance use, prolonged homelessness, justice system involvement, repeat use of crisis care services. Our average patient has been through 5 to 8 other programs before they get to us, and they often have no formal work experience. They're referred to us through people like Pioneer in the detox service area, drug courts, emergency rooms, community health providers, law enforcement, and all of our patients are Medicaid funded. So these are the most needy folks on the planet. We provide long-term treatment, co-ed treatment, typically anywhere from 3 months to a year, depending on the need of the patient, for over 300 patients a year. And we get patients referred to us from virtually the entire state. So I'm going to drill in a little bit more on work skills, because this is an incredibly important part of what makes us different. Our friends at Pioneer also provide work skills programs. There's a few of us in the state that do this, and it's shown to have statistically significant importance in sustained recovery. I mean, just think about it. People without a job and people without a house, doesn't matter how much treatment they've been through, they're already starting from way behind. And we need to help them gain the skills to be able to become gainfully employed and get that housing. We do this through our recycling businesses. So we have two of them. We have our recycling business in just south of Seattle that recycles for communities and for corporations. We do about 5,000 tons a month, and nothing goes to the landfill from our facility. So our patients volunteer there. They gain skills. There's about 60 of them per day that are working with us. That's up significantly from last year. And what it means is we're able to put labor to work to sort everything that comes into our facility and find a use for it. So nothing goes to the landfill. And the patients are getting work experience, they're getting professional certifications and credentials. And, our focus is to help our employees rise in our organization to employment or get productive jobs elsewhere. And this creates a lot more stability for them as they re-enter the community. And you can see we serve, the marquee customers in our area. And we compete very directly and very successfully with the biggest people in the recycling business. So this is a real commercial operation, and all the profits go back into investment for the treatment center, for innovation, for workforce stabilization. For some of you folks who are curious, these are the kinds of jobs and the kinds of certifications that our patients can gain working with us. And we're adding all the time and looking for future economy jobs. And so I'll just call out that last year we acquired a non-ferrous metals recycling company with a very clear intent to help our patients get closer to plumbing, HVAC, electrification, maritime trades, places where there's really good opportunities for people that AI is not going to displace these jobs, and that they can learn all about that looking at the materials that are coming into our shop. So in terms of progress over the last year, I'm going to emphasize job placement, but I'll back up a second just to talk about we've grown our revenues over 30%. We acquired the metals recycling business. We've placed an enormous number of patients into employment between 2025 and 26. And about 40% of our people who participate in our work skills program have graduated to jobs at an average salary 21% above minimum wage. And that is our goal. We don't want people going into entry-level jobs where they're going to scratch and claw. We want them to be in a safe job, safe housing, with an opportunity for growth. And so we set our minimum at 20%, and we eat our own dog food on this too, because we evaluated all of our employees and found any job that was getting less than 21% below minimum wage, and we raised all our employees up to that same level too. So we put our money where our mouth is here. And when you look at the brands here, these are a sample of the companies who have hired our patients. Goals for this year, and these are things that we can't do without the support of what Birch has done for us. So this is just, again, I just want to thank everybody here. We're able to innovate and do things that other people can't do because of the combination of our social benefit organization, where we have these profit-generating businesses, and the generous support from Birch. So we're always looking to increase the number of patients that we can serve. We're always looking to expand the number and the market value of the skills that we train. One of the things we've done is partnered with South Seattle College this year to expand a fabrication and welding certification program, because we have a lot of patients who participate in our program, and they're looking at those jobs and realizing how much demand there is, and it's really good pay. We're going to increase the number of employers that we partner with and to work and to expand our job placement opportunities and add another function. So last year we added a job developer who is creating relationships with employers for our patients to be able to move into employment. But we know in that first 18 months, that first job may not be the right job for reasons that may have to do with our patient or it may have to do with the employer. We don't want to leave them hanging out there. So we're going to add a job retention person, and we'll make sure that they get reemployed if they can and stay with them for up to 18 months after they graduate with our program, because we know they need that stability to be able to get where they're going. And a kind of an audacious goal that we have looking forward is to look at outcomes measurement. Like accountability and financial outcomes measurement in behavioral health is not a well figured out thing. And it's hard because it's really hard to stay in touch with these patients through their recovery journey. But we think we figured out how to do it, and we have reached out to and are finding support from the insurance companies, from the state agencies, to be able to pilot a program where we're going to stay in touch with people for 4 years. And we're going to know what's going on. We're going to make our program better. We're going to help provide feedback to some of the other providers. The insurance companies really care to know what's going on, and maybe shine a light on how we can bring accountability to at least our business and maybe even help the state. And the last thing is we set a goal for ourselves every year on how many dollars of contributions we're going to go hustle to get from our vendors and from the people that we serve. And I think it was a little over 30,000 last year. We're going for 50 this year, and I'm happy to say we got about half of it in the barn already. So once again, we kind of put our skin in the game on this. We love what Sarah and team has done. We're very grateful for what you've done. And like I said, it's helping us do things we couldn't otherwise do. So thank you all.
Thanks, Joe. That was awesome. I'm so impressed with the work that KeyWorks has done, and I wish we could replicate this all over Washington State. That you said there was 36 patients there, and it'd be great to see that multiplied by however
Yep.
many
Yep.
other organizations that could do it. Anyway, are there any questions for Joe? No questions? All right. Well, our next recipient, Watkins Skagit Detox, I'd like to welcome Vice President of Clinical and Reentry Program, Clint Jordan, to share with us today. Welcome, Clint.
Thank you, Flo. And thank you to the Birch Golf Classic, Sarah, Jesse, everyone else that's been involved for once again supporting the work of Pioneer and specifically the Whatcom community and Skagit community detox programs. We're once again honored to be a beneficiary of this fantastic event. So at Pioneer, our efforts focus on empowering justice-involved individuals to overcome adversity and reach their full potential. As an organization, we hold the values of compassion, integrity, accountability, inclusion, and innovation as core to the work that we do. So in addition to the detox programs in Whatcom and Skagit County, Pioneer is also a provider of many other services across the North Puget Sound, including behavioral health services, housing, and resource navigation. And then as an organization, our reach really expands across the state of Washington to include Spokane County, King and Pierce counties, and really individuals and clients being served from pretty much every corner, very similar to KeyWorks in that regard. And in total, we serve about 10,000 individuals per year, with well over 1,000 of those coming from Whatcom and Skagit counties. And like Joe mentioned with KeyWorks, clients at Whatcom and Skagit Detox, they face a number of challenges, including significant struggles with substance abuse and mental health. They more often than not have a history of prior criminal involvement, and many of them have little to no formal education. For many individuals, substance use and mental health challenges that go unaddressed perpetuate antisocial behaviors, resulting in crime and other threats to themselves and to the public. So at Pioneer, we really focus our programs on direct partnership with law enforcement and with first responders to ensure that individuals with the capacity to change are given that opportunity. Officers frequently utilize the services in Whatcom and Skagit Detox when they have individuals in need of treatment. For many of the individuals that arrive at our doors, detox is the first step towards long-term recovery. The detox centers that we operate in Whatcom and Skagit provide robust integrated care for their patients. The services on site include things like minor medical care, medication management, treatment for chronic conditions, and this is all in addition to the therapy and ongoing case management support that they're receiving. And really sobering up is only part of the equation. The services that they're getting really are truly setting people on that true long-term path to recovery. And while the detox programs have for a long time done amazing work, there have continued to be gaps persistent in the system, and most notably with access to care. So for clients up in Whatcom and Skagit County, getting from point A to point B, sort of prior to our involvement with Birch and being able to receive funds, really often consisted of individuals discharging from services and navigating that journey on their own. Clients would, as Flo said at the top, here's a bus ticket or here's some money and good luck to you. That was really kind of the way things were. And at least too often, they would be that way. And so the result of that really was about half of the individuals we served did not continue on with ongoing treatment. And so kind of turned into that frequent flyer, sort of in and out of detox. So with these limitations in transporting individuals to available services across the region, and I'll just stop there. I think that's one of the frustrating things is it's not that there weren't available services. It's just the logistics of getting people in and out. And obviously, constrained resources to be able to fund things and positions and some of those things to make that happen. For us, closing that transportation gap became our priority focus as a high impact way to enhance the services with the help of the Birch Golf Classic funding. So in 2025, Whatcom and Skagit detox programs were able to fully fund 2 full-time peer counselors, thanks to the Birch funding. And those positions served with a dual focus on care coordination and direct transportation. All doing that while working, that real focus was around safe arrival to and from treatment, access to health insurance and other essential needs, access to ongoing medical care in the communities, really making sure that that logistical gap was closed. So these 2 peer employees are continuing to log a ton of miles across the region, transporting individuals in and out of care daily. They're all over the place. A little bit about peers for those less familiar. So peer employees, they bring lived experience with them. They've gone through the journey themselves, and then are now in a stable enough place to be able to look back on that experience and really cut through where maybe some other, your conventional therapist can't in terms of meeting clients where they are. And this model really has become widely regarded as a best practice in the treatment and recovery community. And kind of put simply, peers really they play a critical role beyond therapy to help navigate and solve some of the real world challenges that individuals are facing, especially during that return to the community. So this past year, the teams up at Whatcom and Skagit Detox, along with our newly funded peer transition team, they've done remarkable work. Because of the positions we've been able to fund, we have improved those connections to ongoing care quite significantly. I'd mentioned about half was sort of our previous number in terms of failure rate, I would put it. And now we're seeing that come in at close to 75% of individuals that are continuing on with ongoing treatment across the region. And truly, many of these would not have been possible if it was not for the positions funded through the Birch Golf Classic. So we really are thankful. And I want to close with sharing, I think, some exciting news for the region as well. So in the coming weeks, I would say, hopefully sooner rather than later, Pioneer will be shifting our Skagit detox operations to a new, more robust site with additional services on site. There will be mental health services available and actually longer term inpatient treatment on site as well. And we are going to staff between our Bellingham site and the new site in Cedro-Woolley, the peer transitions team that I just talked about. So they'll continue to work collaboratively and support each other. But this new location will really significantly expand our ability to meet the demand in the region. It basically doubles our service capacity between Whatcom and Skagit counties, and really tie in well to the end goal we have here with the peer transitions program, which is really keeping individuals engaged with ongoing treatment so they can complete that journey and that path to recovery. So with that, just thank you once again to everyone involved with the Birch Golf Classic for your support of Whatcom and Skagit community detoxes. Thank you.
Thank you, Clint. That was great. Thank you for your presentation. Does anyone have questions for Clint? It's a quiet group today. Sarah, do you want to talk a little bit more about the tournament?
Sure. And also, Joe and Clint, thank you so much. The work that you all are doing, our dream with the Whatcom Skagit Detox is that all detox facilities have these programs that Clint is running and overseeing and making so successful. And same with Joe, just you come through a traumatic event like detox, and then it is so difficult to navigate without a traumatic event. It's so difficult to navigate helping someone connect with a rehabilitation program. And just to have both these organizations so vested in that and then carrying forward to to connecting, to being able to produce in the community. I just can't thank you, and everyone involved in your organizations just can't thank you enough. And it's really fun to see Trudy on here with Whatcom Dream. Trudy is a founder and heads Whatcom Dream, which is another recipient organization that we have supported. So anyway, thanks for being here. Anyway, thank you for giving us that hope. As far as the golf tournament, we do a Wednesday night. It's a private party the night before the tournament. The bigger fundraisers come to the tournament. The Trailblazers that are in town the night before come. One of the things that I really enjoy too are representation from our board is there, and representation from the recipient organizations by way of the CEOs, by way of the frontline employees. It's just really magic for everyone to be able to spend time together. And also our past organizations that we've supported. It's really just amazing for them all to show up, whoever can make it as well. And
Can I
then,
make a comment on that real quick, Sarah?
yeah,
These past organizations that you have evolved, that you've involved over the years, they're still part of the picture,
yeah,
and they're still people that we can contribute to and still do. And I appreciate the awareness that this tournament brings to these organizations, even though we may like lean into a couple each year, but the other ones are still part of the deal. And now we're aware. And so they can forever be on the donor list moving forward. And that's a powerful thing. So it extends beyond just this one single year,
Mhm.
because it's always there as previous people that we donated to. So I want to make sure we highlight that as well.
you're absolutely right. And no, thank you for bringing that up. It's kind of everything about this is full circle, with the recipient, the organizations that we are supporting, connecting people. Not Jessie pointed it out on her introduction too, and same with some of my family members that were struggling with addiction. If the concern is to make sure they're comfortable, we're going to lose them. And if that just hasn't, we've never seen that work to connect. It's a form of giving up on people. And if the concern is helping people to recover with grace and kindness, and then not say, okay, good luck to y'all, but help connect them to those next steps that whatever in their life they're ready for, learning the job skills, connecting. It's hard to navigate getting the job, but having that support to get a job, it's hard to get your housing. And so I appreciate so much what these organizations are doing, and Clint talking about with the peer transition program, and in the industry, the value of bringing peers that have been through this. It's providing incredible jobs for them too, and where they are able to really contribute at a high level to the people around them and to our community. So I appreciate it. But back to the tournament, maybe this would be good to get on the website and just do a quick walkthrough. And if anyone has questions and wants to chime in, thank you so much, Paul, for your input. Um, we'll get that. You're running this. Jesse's running the controls here. So you drop on the home page. Um, Here's ways for the teams to pay, sponsors to sign up. We are sold out, as we have been for so many years, but you can click right on that home page and navigate through the rest of the site. The team page, you click on the team page. On this page, you can decide 100% of all funds donated go to the recipient organizations. But the teams are all trying to out earn one another. And the teams at the end of the fundraising time, the teams get to select the trailblazer they're going to golf with that day, the day of the tournament, and also the prize that they get based on the amount of funds they raise. So if you want to donate to the Golf Classic but help any of these teams in the process, all you have to do is click on a team and donate right to them. again, 100% of those funds go to the recipient organizations. The teams, as they're fundraising, um, USI is really good at this. Ledkey's really good at this. They take the links of their teams and they forward their links to their families, their friends, their vendors, and ask them to participate. And people can just click on that link. So we designed this just for ease of use. And you can see on the teams, Mills Electric partner, those are number 1 and 2. They're front runners right now with total raised about $5,000. I think the top teams were in the $14,000 range last year at the end of at that final countdown. And hopefully maybe we break 20,000 for a good handful of the teams this year. Dairy Valley Distributors is a new team this year. It's really fun to see them. We click the next page that Jesse's got us on here is Trailblazers and Prizes. So on this is what the teams are vying for. So a team can pick, they'll golf with Jim Zorn during the day of the tournament, and they also receive the prize of the club suite tickets to a Seahawk game, and it's all inclusive. The schedule's just coming out in the next, maybe it's today or in the next day or so, and so we'll assign an actual team to that so people know what their schedules. These are designed so you can click on the Trailblazer, the writing of the Trailblazer, and you can see a little bit more background of the Trailblazer, and you can also, and there's our flow right there. So you can see a little bit more about the Trailblazer and the amazing things they do in the community. And then you also can click on the prize and learn a bit more about the prize that you're vying for. So in this case, there's actually 2 homes. You can get a week at a home in a gated community in the Monolani Resort area. And it's pretty incredible experience. And there's 2 different homes that you can do. And that value is, I think we have that value is like a $16,000 value alone just for the prize. And again, all funds go to the recipient organization. But you can see on here, we have some new Trailblazers that have come in. We have the representation from our recipient organizations. We have representation from our police force, media, academia, heavy industrial, commercial fishing. We try to take from all corners of our amazing community and just have everybody come together and enjoy the day. There's been a lot of friendships that have developed out of this experience as well. So that's pretty fun. We've got a sign up page where you can sign up. You purchase mulligans. It's really important for the teams to purchase mulligans. The sooner you purchase them, the better, because there's so much happening the morning of the golf tournament. So it's kind of nice to give yourself a leg up. There's the I just want to donate page. You don't want a prize. You don't want to. Somebody asked, or actually a few people asked us to build this in. We love what you're doing. We're not going to be able to make it to the tournament. We don't need a prize. We just want to donate. So that's hence the name. And then if we go, you can learn about our sponsors. Mills Electric has been one of our top sponsors from the get-go. The Huntley family and what they do in our Pacific Northwest for community is just astounding, as so many of these teams and sponsors are. What they do for our community is amazing, and I wish our government entities would really highlight and meet with these businesses and see what they do, the heavy lifting that they do, and maybe learn from them and partner with them. I just really wish that would happen. Partner Industrial, they're based out of Texas, work in quite a few different regions, work in the Pacific Northwest region, and here they are as a top sponsor and also donating amazing prizes. Cellmark is another amazing business that Keyworks has brought in. And then we've got, as you go down the line, you just see the quality and the exceptional businesses and people that are on this sponsorship. It's just an honor to spend time with them. So pretty fun. And let's see, I think we've got the rules, and then you can always look at the results too. We have our winning teams last year. Our net team was PM Northwest, another Huntley in there with his business. And then we had for the gross winners was Financial Plan. And that the family behind Financial Plan is also really involved in the community and just class act people. So that in a nutshell is the website, our social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook. The more you like, the more you share tidbits or information that we're putting on there, the more it helps us. You can go on and look at the pictures from the last years, and it's always good. You can always pick the Ludke team out. They got the good purple shirts. But anyway, am I missing anything? Anything else we should point out on the website? If
No, I think
anyone,
you totally covered it, Sarah. That's great.
thanks, Jesse. If anyone wants to go to the I just want to donate page, or go to the Birch team and donate through that. That is just, we're gonna show up big this year. So that's that. What do you guys think?
Oh, that's great, Sarah. I like it when you walk everybody through the website because sometimes folks get lost. So it's always a good reminder to see all that. And also, when you were talking a while ago about all the organizations that are involved, for so many years we've heard through the media and through the government that all these organizations can't get along. And you have proven them wrong. And I think that they're finally catching on that we actually all can get along. And we don't want to enable people. We also don't want to just give money and then have nobody be accountable for where that money goes to in some of those organizations. So all that is working, and that's a good thing. And to date, I think the Classic has brought in what, $2.4 million dollars? Is
Yeah.
that right? Yeah. So earlier I told you a little bit about why I joined the Birch Classic, but my big why really is having been in law enforcement for 32 years, I saw the gap. When I worked patrol, I worked mainly in the downtown area, and folks would come up to me and say, "Hey, Flo, how you doing? I just got out of treatment, or I just got out of jail," and they would look so good. And I knew these folks from being, a homeless downtown or going through recovery, and it never failed. It was about between 30 days and 45 days later, they'd be right back in that cycle because there was nobody when they got out of jail, there was nobody to walk them through a process of where do I go get my meds or what do I do next? And so they fell right back into that pattern. And it was sad to see year after year after year. So I'm so excited about the programs that KeyWorks has talked about and also Pioneer Services. But about 10 years ago, I got a phone call from my niece, who was 25 at the time, and she said, "Aunt Flo, do you remember when I was in high school and I said if I couldn't raise my daughter, that you would take her while I go to treatment?" I said, I do remember that, kind of, sort of. Um, and so she said, "I'm going to go to treatment, and then when I get out, I'll get my daughter back." And I said, "That's great, but you have to have a year of sobriety before I'll give you your daughter back." And so she made that agreement with me. We wrote up a contract. And 10 years later, I still have her daughter. I have custody. I adopted her daughter. But unfortunately, she overdosed in January of 2024. And had some of these services been available to her when she got out, um, it may have saved her life. You never know, right? But she was in that 30 to 45 day cycle. She'd have her meds set up for her for 30 days, but then she didn't have a ride to the pharmacy, or she lost this, or she lost that, and there was nobody there to hold her accountable. And so she would start medicating and using again. 10 months later, her older brother, got out of prison after serving 3 years, and he was found deceased in a Starbucks parking lot 3 months later. Same thing. Got out of prison, didn't have a clue of what he was supposed to do, where he was supposed to. So I am so happy to be with these organizations that are here today presenting. And yeah, Thank you. I can't say thank you enough for the lives you save. You cannot put a price tag on somebody's life. Um, We've had some good conversations today. You guys have learned about the Trailblazers and the sponsors and the teams. And I just want to do a quick reminder of some of those past organizations that we've provided funding for. As you said, Trudy was here, and she's from Whatcom Dream. She was a past recipient. We also have helped Engedi Refuge, Northwest Youth Services, REST, which is Real Escape from Sex Trade, BEST, which is Businesses Ending Slavery and Trafficking, and our current recipients, Whatcom Skagit Detox or Pioneer Services and Keywork. So those are some amazing groups that are doing a lot of heavy lifting for a lot of people that need our help. And I'm so glad that you guys could all be here to join us. And I look forward to seeing you all at the Classic. And does anybody else have any questions or anything else to add?
I'd like to say something.
I'd like to add. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, Trudy
You
first.
go ahead.
Um,
Yes.
So personally speaking, first of all, this is a great presentation. Thank you for allowing me to be here and be part of this. Um, as a clean and sober person, it's been 23 years, and what you're doing for people like me, and there's lots of us, um, is life-saving. It really is. And I run a nonprofit now. I never thought that I would be doing that. I never thought that I would be doing that. And when our organization was chosen, it made a huge difference for us. We had been scraping along, like a small nonprofit, and our business is financial literacy, but we're part of other nonprofits. And when people start to put their lives together again, they have to deal with their bad credit and all the wreckage that exists. And so we at Whatcom Dream, we help them do that. Um, but most of the time when you write a grant or if somebody gives you money as a nonprofit, it's a wonderful thing and you're grateful. But they usually don't invest in a relationship with you ongoing after that. And the fact that you've allowed us to still be part of this is really nice because relationships change lives. Not programs are great, but relationships really make the difference when you're having a hard time because you're connected to people in your community that can encourage you to be your best self. And so, with the money, my organization partnered with uh, Swell Media. She's one of your donors, Jen Irwin, and she built us a new website. We were able to it was just me full time, and then I had a part time employee. We were able to bring him, Kevin Stray, on full time. Um, and we're growing still, and we still have some of that money, and it has just been a lifesaver. It really stabilized our organization, and we're just so proud to be connected with you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Trudy. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Paul, what did you want to say?
I just want to say that um, each of these organizations that we've been bringing in have a role and serve a purpose. There isn't any one answer to all of this stuff, but collectively together creates the best opportunity for these people to get out of their situations that they're in. And my heart bleeds for the things that Flo just talked about. And it's this collective effort of expanding our services to a number of organizations to help in the multiple ways that people need. It's not just a one quick solution. There's multiple facets to this, and I love that we've got these overreaching um, aspects that help in these different ways. So thrilled to be a part of this. Excited that again we're gonna blow the lid off this thing again in a number of ways, and we're going to add to our list of people that we can continue to donate to and contribute to that are going to make a difference in our community. So Hats off, Sarah. Thank you so much for all that you do on this, and Jesse, and all of the heavy lifting that you guys do to make this happen, and to better our communities. So thrilled to be. It's an honor to be a part of this organization, and thank you. So that was
Thanks,
it.
Paul. Awesome.
Thanks,
Awesome. And
Paul.
and thanks to all the board members that are on the call today. Thanks for taking time out and being on here. I think, like Sarah said, there's going to be a link to this presentation that other folks can watch or you can send it to. But is there anything else that anybody wants to talk about or ask questions about? All right. All right. Well, it was great being here with all of you guys. I think that's a wrap for today. And we'll see you on September 17th or September 16th for some of you, I guess. All right. Have a wonderful day.